And we have all had a candy which holds a special place in our heart at one point or another. And candy appearing in the newsroom inspired this today. So for today's On Our Mind, we're asking, what is a candy that we miss and have not had in a while?
I'd say, for me, I like Oreos. I don't eat them often, but do you remember the Oreo Cakesters?
Oh, goodness. Cakesters?
Yeah, so they look like Oreos, but they're just puffier, and they're like a little cake. They're kind of like a little cake, you know what I mean? Have you ever had those or no?
I don't think I've ever had those, no.
Dude, they're so good. I haven't had them in years, though. They come in like a pack of 2. Well, they used to come in a pack of 2. I don't know if they still make them or not. But yeah, they're like Oreos, but they're just thicker, and they're soft, they're very soft, like a little chocolate chip cookie, like a homemade chocolate chip cookie.
Oh,
you know?
That's good. That's good. No, it's that's a great suggestion right there.
You gotta have milk though.
Gotta have milk. When you're eating Oreos, you have to have milk. If you're eating an Oreo without milk, what are you doing?
So I heard a thing, if you dip the Oreo in the milk for 8 seconds, not more, because then it's gonna be too saturated. 8 seconds is apparently like that sweet.
It's the optimal length.
Optimal sweet spot,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. Well, my candy or sweet thing that I haven't had in a long time, but I do miss, Sweet Lola's cupcakes. I was a kid back in high school probably when I first stumbled upon them. They're a bakery down in Wausau. I think they're closing up shop though, or they probably may have already closed up shop.
Your business
recently. I know, it was because I didn't make it.
Keep going down.
They switched locations, and that's I think probably what did them in. But they had great cupcakes down there, and it's just it was just far enough from when I was living in Tomahawk. I was like, oh, so I'd go there every once in a while. But when I was younger, but it was just, they could make a pretty mean cupcake. It's just, I don't know, they just did something right with it.
Yeah.
And the frosting, the cake, and if you can make a good piece of cake or a good cupcake, that just, that lures me right on in. But
so tell me this, have you ever had any Polish sweets, any desserts or no?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I've been to Poland, so
I know.
and anytime I'm there, anywhere pretty much, I'm going to a coffee shop and I'm getting cakes usually.
Something,
like it's something like that. Usually, most coffee shops have like a cakes and they divide it up into slices, so you can just like get a slice with that, and that was always good. But I don't know. I liked Polish stuff, but Polish beer was actually quite nice.
Interesting. Yeah, no, their beer cans are massive.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of my friends has a dessert shop, kind of like down in the Chicago area. So maybe one time, if everything aligns perfectly, I could bring some sweets back, some Polish desserts, and then maybe on the morning show we could enjoy it.
I would be absolutely happy about that.
You're going to be the grader. You'll be the grader. You'll be testing it out, like what's good, what's not. You got to be brutally honest, though,
I can do that. I can do that. Give me some sweets in the morning. But we got a lot of stuff happening today as well. We got coming up, we're going to see the Brew Crew and how they did it during last night's playoff game.
But of course, first, Howard is in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a recipe for Bavarian roast pork.